How many people are actually in chat? 4 people. Only one person, at least listed in chat, has not voted. And we've got 2 votes for the yellow door and 1 vote for the cyan door. So I will give our last viewer a couple of minutes to vote, and if they do not vote or they vote for yellow, they vote for yellow. So 3-1, we're going yellow. I'm thinking we'll go through the yellow door with Tenmyoji. That sound good to you guys?
Sure.
Fine.
That means Dio and I will go with Alice.
And we'll be going through the magenta door. All right, then.
Yeah, we know it waits back there. Have fun, guys.
Better than getting stuck with that crusty old fart, I guess.
So, Clover, Luna, and I will be going through the cyan door.
I don't get to go with Alice? I'm sorry. I'll try and stay out of the way. I don't really mind you, but the K guy seems really suspicious.
We're all meeting one another for the first time. Aren't we equally suspicious?
Hey, I'm nothing like you.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
We need to go. The doors are closing.
Yeah, we're all the way back at the beginning where everybody is still alive. Come on, guys. Move.
3, 2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Just remember, guys, there is no real right order to approach everything. I haven't found the old lady's body yet. So here we are in the infirmary.
So this is the infirmary?
Looks like it.
I just said that.
That's what it said on the door, after all.
What the hell? Why is there an infirmary right next to a warehouse?
Well, it's probably here if any of the workers get sick or hurt.
What workers?
Did you see the size of that place? A little big to just be somebody's garage.
Then you're saying people work here?
Maybe not now, but judging from the lack of dust, someone was here until recently.
There's a door in the back.
Think it'll open?
No way.
How can you be so sure?
Just look at it. You see that thing next to the door? What's it say?
Lock.
And it has the generic door opening sound. Well, door failing to open sound. No dice. It's not moving.
Are you blind? It says lock right there.
Yeah, I just thought, maybe I could force it open.
Right. Let's have a look around, okay?
Yeah, good idea. Maybe there's one of those card keys around here somewhere.
Then let's get started. So, welcome to the infirmary, which has not been used in this timeline yet, but may still have some functionality later. Anyway. A metal coin-like thing. Very possible. Okay. A notebook. full of blank pages. Okay. A large screen with some arrows on it. Potentially a card reader. Can I click down there? New. Can I click in there? No. Okay. So we have to push it because it might be a trap. And they both played Sigma. With a big white screen on the Atom. So there are letters buried under this mattress, and the 5-digit password will be gleaned from the information. Q, D. Better write these down, huh? Best ending: Dio dies and everybody else gets out. Yep, that didn't do anything. G, C, T, U, K. Seems like something important to write down. Y, M, A. Oh god, it's the return of Map. Even in the rooms, Map taunts us. S, H, E, X. Map is not my friend. See, the only letter not on this chart somewhere is Z. Let's try Quark. Nope, that's not the password. So we need more information. But now I have the chart written down. This is AED. That should be a defibrillator. It does not stand for adult erotic doctor. Shut up, Tenmyoji. Yeah, automated external defibrillator. And we can't go any further left there. So might as well start looking this way. Huh. A worn out key. Sigma, you make me sad. Yes, roommate is having fun as usual. That only has saline solution in it right now, huh? And we have a scalpel. And an empty wash basin. And a weird little thing here. Yes, we have 22 blocks in there. With 4 different icons on the blocks. I would like to scalp Dio's head, yes. Blue, yellow, red, and green. And a couple of keyholes in the corners. Well. Unfortunately, that didn't work. Bunch of bottles of medicine. A bunch of unlabeled medicine. And yes, if we did mess with unlabeled medicine, that would be a medicine. Yes. And it was clinically trepanned. Yes. Do not praise the map. Don't give it any ideas. And now we have a random jar with white powder in it. And little vials of tubocurarine, which is the stuff inside our bracelet. And there's some Soparil, the other drug in our bracelet. You know, my dad used to really hate those moments in cop shows where they would get like the cocaine sitting there and they dip a finger in and taste it like that and go, it's pure, because he would always sit there and get mad because he knew that much pure cocaine would kill you. So he always hated those moments. Okay, nothing else worthwhile there. So let's see, blue pill. I guess that's supposed to be yellow powder and red liquid. Nope, that's not right. Don't quite have the answer to that yet. And a clipboard with a memory card. A note with shapes on it. Do 016? Well, you never know. And a clipboard with nothing to clip. It must be bored. And the safe. Just what we don't need to see. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. Not a bit. Let's take a look over here and see just what we have. Well, let's see. We have currently any of those. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those and 2 of those. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, they're right. 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So let's see if 3, 5, 2 opens this. Nope, it does not. So obviously the missing blocks will will have a picture of some of these on them. So, but for right now, we do not know what the blocks contain. A very dirty mirror we can't see anything in, huh? Oh, the water's on. Which DR flashback did you just have? You know, we tried that in a different timeline and the joke didn't get any better by. Isn't this the same sink he died in the other timeline? Why, yes. Yes, it is. A bed that just looks Betty. So someone attached a sheet to the sheet? Put a sheet on your sheet so you could cheat while you cheat? Yeah, it's a rabbit. It's not a mouse. Let's actually look over here, make sure the pillow doesn't trigger anything important. No, okay. A little notch on this, made of metal. Gee. I wonder, what possible thing do we have that might fit with it just like this? So we've got a clean key and a dirty key. Something like that. He hadn't quite had his soul crushed yet by a string of murders. So let's cut this fabric off. Although, still kind of dirty. Just making sure I'm not missing something here. A dirty wash basin. Well, the thing here, I'm trying to remember if I actually have to do this in a very specific order. Tenmyoji was in here. Have fantasy time earlier? Maybe? Just maybe? So now we have an empty jar that we just dumped mystery contents out into the wash basin there. So let's see. Let's turn the water back on. Yeah, I think a 3-year-old could come up with the plan of filling a jar of water. Turn that off. Now, it doesn't really tell you anything that I recall, but that white powder, it needs to be mixed with water. Because it is soap. It is actually just powder detergent. So, since we have a dirty cloth here, we get these again. And if you match up this bed sheet to the chart, even if you don't know these numbers right here, and you're not really supposed to know, you figure out what letters you get. You end up with the letters D, C, U, E, and R. So, what you can infer from this is you look at those 5 letters, and we're in an infirmary. You rearrange them to spell the word cured, which means that C is 1. And let's see, U would be number 2, and that is that thing, the jar. The triangle would now be 3, because that is the R. But Dio's not here. Dio is not here to throw shards at. I gotta actually click this. So let's see, we have C, U, R, E, and D. And yeah, hello Jay Bruin. You open the stream and immediately see throwing glass shards at Dio. And that gets us our escape password. So, how do we get the other password? I'm a bit fuzzy on that bit. There we go. What just happened? Move the red, green, and blue box to squares that correspond to their colors. You can move the 3 blocks up and down as well as sideways by clicking and dragging the mouse or using the arrow keys. So let's see. There we go. Almost. Yeah, I had to move that one too. Luckily for me, it's easy enough. Piece of cake, huh? A passable performance. So now the actual number of things we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And still 2 red jars. Just sworn that was actually it. Was it 6? Yes, it was 6 powders. I did a dumb. There we go. And now let us actually check the archive. Oh yeah, this was actually kind of supposed to tell you that the jar might have been able to be detergent, but still kind of vague. 3, 1, 2. So let me think. Those are just the numbers I used for that. Oh well. Let's actually go use the memory card. There we go. What was the other path? I know I did it. What was the other hint? No, that's not going to help. What was it? Is this what I had to do? Possibly? Am I reading that right? S-I-C-U-V. Yeah, 17 years later I'll get this. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. E R Nope. Unless I'm just totally missing it, which I could very well possibly be, just completely and totally missing this. Let me think. Sorry, it has been a little while since I've done this one. If anybody has a idea, share it with me and help me jog my memory, would you? Trying to figure out the blue code. Oh, wait. Wait. Ah. Wait. Oh boy. That's right. This gets a little abstract. Basically, this 5x5 grid here, we take the spots that are marked out by that stuff, and then we get a new pin. And that's one of those. And that's one of those. Yeah, that spot marked off, that spot, that spot, that spot, that spot. That gives us a new pin. Which opens up another drawer, well, the same drawer. And now we have a new code. Which spells out the word found. Yes, I found it. It is truly annoying, that one. Let's see. See, I wouldn't even be bothering with these things, but you need to get all the gold files to unlock a little bit at the ending. Go away, map. Yes, we are being completionist. Screw the map. Wait, don't do that. Paper cuts. And we get our bit about the Radical 6 infection, where the virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire. The World Health Organization confirmed that the death toll is estimated to pass 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is advised. Forget it, just do what I tell you to do! I'm not praising the map, ever. And now we found it. Very definitively, it was found.
You think this actually works?
Dunno. Only one way to find out, though.
Hey, someone's coming.
Whoosh. Cat, if you just want it out. There. Luna, Clover, and Kay.
With Dio, Quark, and Alice tagging along, looks like.
What's going on here?
We bumped into them a little while ago.
Who'd have thought we'd bump into you, too?
Let me see the map.
Oh, sure. Get this cursed thing away from me. Ah, I get it. All three routes end up here.
That map. It's just like the one we found in the crew quarters.
Crew quarters?
Oh, we found a map like that too. There was one in the lounge.
There's a lounge? Anyway, ours was in the infirmary.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit and exchange information.
No. There's plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator.
What the? Oh, this is just like the other floor.
These doors have colors on them too. The one on the left is green. The one in the middle is blue. And the one on the right is red. Are these chromatic doors? Look, there's a box here. It looked like the ones we saw earlier.
Lock. Huh. Yeah, won't budge.
Yeah, just like the other doors. No good trying to force it open, I suppose.
Is something wrong, Alice? You've been staring at your bracelet.
Oh. No, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
Numbers? Oh yeah, the time left. Looks like 2 hours, 6 minutes.
Ah, for fuck's sake. You telling me we're gonna have to just sit around here for another 2 hours?
Well, looks like we don't have a choice then. We gotta head back. Sigma, where's that note you found?
Right.
Oh? Did it say something like supplementary rules? Because if it did, we have one too. We found ours in the crew quarters.
Yeah, we got one of those. Found it in a safe in the lounge.
Here are a few more rules for you. Once you've opened the door, you can hop through it as much as you like. The chromatic doors are like that too. Once you open them, even I can't keep you from going in and out of them. Any color bracelet can go through them, and as many people as you like. But, you have to escape before you can take advantage of this free reign rule. Once you've activated a chromatic door and gone through it to the puzzle beyond, it won't let you go back until you've solved the puzzle. I was just thinking hold his face in the dirty water. That's what we need for Dio. If that's true, then we can all go back the way we came and get to the warehouse.
I don't think Zero's saying we can. I think he's saying we have to. Otherwise, what's the point of that key card?
You mean this? The Ambidex room key.
We found some too.
That makes 6 then. 1 for each AB room.
Let's head back to the warehouse.
So when Zero says jump, we say how high, huh?
If you don't like it, stay here. Stupid angry mutt watching the door sounds about right.
Asshole. Better hope I don't have rabies, you self-satisfied old turd.
Well, what's it going to be? Are you going to go back with us? Or are you staying here by yourself?
All right, fine. I'm going.
As long as you're only really cruel towards Dio, no one will mind.
This is the infirmary then. We were able to walk right in, just like the note said.
That means you can come visit the lounge too. You'd like it, Grandpa. There's lots of alcohol. They've even got some of your favorite.
Oh, well, that sounds great. Maybe I'll go have a drink later.
What the hell, man? How are you so damn calm?
Wait. Grandpa? Did Tenryuji and Quark know each other? Were they actually related? I was about to ask when something else caught my attention. Someone behind the divider was talking to someone else. I snuck a look around.
Do you think there's a connection?
I can't be sure yet, but there's no way this is all just coincidence.
Yeah, there's even a Zero.
Whatever it is that's going on, we need to get in touch with headquarters, and fast.
Yeah, I agree. They've probably figured out we're gone by now.
Yeah,
Do you think they'll find us?
let's hope so.
How are these two connected?
Oh, you're finally done? You were taking so long. I hopped off for a little nap.
For... yawning? Really? You're just a computer program. You don't get tired.
Hey, B.O. My temper's got a hair trigger, and you're awfully close to pulling it. So I'd watch my mouth if I were you. Otherwise...
Well, do you really need me to spell it out?
Forget it.
That's a good boy. Alrighty, let's get back to what we were talking about earlier. Namely, how do you get more BP?
Still love Zero the Third. We go into the AB rooms, right? Look. We got some keys for them right here. Kay and Quark have 2 each, so we've got 6 altogether.
But who goes into what room?
That doesn't really matter. Anybody can go into any room.
But there are only 6 rooms.
Didn't I tell you? The 2 members of a pair share the same destiny.
Then you mean both members of a pair need to go into the same room?
Yes, yes, yes.
What do we do after we go into the room?
Play a game. Just like it says on the door. You play the Ambidex game!
Wait, what's ambidex supposed to mean anyway?
I would guess it's short for ambidextrous. Most use the word to refer to the ability to use both of one's hands, instead of favoring the left or right. But it can also be taken to mean someone who is duplicitous or two-faced.
Yeah, I don't really want to skip Zero. It's a game of betrayal, then.
Well, yes, I guess you could put it that way.
Then what's the nonary game?
That refers to the whole enchilada. The nonary game is a game where you try to open the number 9 door and escape. The ambidex game is just a mini game you play as part of the larger one. Make sense?
Like hell. This shit is confusing.
Is it? Or is it that you're just a few carrots short of a bushel? What do you think, Theo?
You arrogant little bastard.
Well, that's just how I am, so you better get used to it. Now, could I have you all move to the AB room, please? I'll give you more specifics once everyone's inside. I think it'll probably be easier to understand that way.
Kay, Quark, and myself each gave 1 card to Luna, Alice, and Tenmyoji. Then we headed into the AV rooms. There wasn't really any discussion of who'd go into which door, and Fi and I found ourselves heading into the leftmost room. Looks like everyone else has gone in already. Think we should head in too?
Why are you asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
Okay.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Yeah, I want to plush a Zero too. What? This game's got a time limit too? Nope, old lady's still dead. What? 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 What the hell? Who is this?
Fuck if I know. Look, it doesn't matter who she is. Just get everybody over here.
Yeah, right. Hey! Guys! Get over here! We found someone! There's a lady over here! She's unconscious! I didn't wait for a response, just turned around and followed Fi into the room. We knelt down next to the woman and turned her over as gently as we could manage. All that greeted us was blood. She's covered in blood. I leaned down to listen to her mouth. Nothing. No breath. With shaking hands, I felt against her neck for a pulse. No movement. Just cold skin.
What the hell were you yelling at? What's going on here?
Is she?
Quark, don't look! Somebody get Quark out of here!
Okay. Come on, Quark.
Then she's...
Yeah. She's not breathing and I can't find a pulse. Her body's already cold, so I'm guessing she was murdered a while ago.
Murdered?
Does this look like an accident or a suicide to you?
Looks like she was stabbed. Don't see a weapon around here, though. That means either the killer took it with them, or it was part of them.
Part of them?
Well, if someone was strong enough and they had metal hands, then they might be able to stab someone in the heart.
What are you suggesting?
It's just a joke. Don't take it so seriously.
Why so serious?
Whatever. If we examine the wound, we'll probably get a better idea of what the weapon was. Let's get her to the infirmary. She might be old, but she's still a woman. If we're going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy. Come on, boys, let's go.
DOK and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her to the infirmary. Perhaps he just didn't consider himself one of the boys, or maybe it was something else. But whatever the reason, Tenmyoji only stared. His whole body was rigid, like a rope pulled almost to its breaking point, but it was his eyes that caught my attention. He wasn't staring at us, not quite. It was more like he was staring towards us, a smoldering spark of something burning silently behind his gaze. It wasn't until we were almost to the infirmary that I realized Tenmyoji hadn't spoken a single word since the moment we found the body. I turned to look back at him. He was following us at a distance, his breathing heavy and labored, and his movements slow and shuffling, as if his body was suddenly made of lead. The old woman's body was surprisingly light. Carrying her felt almost like carrying an old, dry piece of wood. We set her down carefully in the infirmary bed, as if we were afraid she might break. She looked so peaceful, almost like she's just gonna wake up any minute now.
Maybe she didn't suffer much when she died.
Let's hope so.
Anyway, I feel a little bad about doing this, but I think we need to examine her.
You mean like an autopsy or something?
I'm just going to have a look at the wound. If we had a coroner, then it would be a different story, but... What?
I have a medical license.
You're a nurse?
No.
You're a doctor?
Well, I'm not exactly a coroner.
Interesting. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, can you?
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Are you really going to perform an autopsy? Oh, I won't really be doing it. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an ATOM. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
So you think you can use it to perform some type of autopsy?
Yes. I think I should be able to manage that.
Luna ran the scanner over the body, then turned back to the terminal. The display filled up with text, most of it rather technical. Sex female, estimated age 67.5 years, status deceased, cause of death sanguination, estimated time of death 3-4 hours, damage trajectory, weapon through fourth intercostal, piercing heart, wound characteristics, wound margin clean, continuous, wound angles, wound sharp and blunt, wound cavity 150 millimeters, wound length 30 millimeters, wound width 3 millimeters. Based on the characteristics described above, there's a 95% chance the wound was caused by a sharp, single-bladed instrument. Huh. Yeah, I don't really get it. What's it mean by instrument? Was she stabbed with a clarinet or something?
It means a tool of some sort. A knife, probably.
Sigma, still an idiot. Good to know.
In other words, she was
Even
stabbed
this
in the
timeline.
heart, right?
Yes.
Well, I suppose that clears me of suspicion.
Sorry, but no.
Why? Please, don't tell me you think my hand can somehow turn into a knife.
I told you that was a joke.
Then why am I still a suspect?
We found the old lady in one of the AB rooms, specifically the one farthest to the left. Before we went in there, only 2 other people had been in that room. You and Clover. Only one of you was conscious.
Fi, please, stop joking around. I assure you, there was no one else in that room besides Clover when I woke up. She must have been put there later.
But the door was locked, right? I don't think anyone could have gotten in without the key.
Perhaps, but there was a hatch on the ceiling, remember?
Yes, there was. But Zero said he'd locked all the hatches.
Well, if he was telling the truth, nobody could have gotten in there after you 2 left. Which means...
You fucking bastard! Why'd you kill her, Kay? I knew it. You're him, aren't you? You're the real Zero.
Wait a minute, please. Just calm down. You aren't making sense. Let's suppose I am Zero. Why would I do something that would obviously cast suspicion on me?
Well, because you figured we'd think that, and you'd throw us off the trail by doing the exact opposite.
That's not a logical argument. Still, you do have at least half a point. Your argument doesn't confirm my guilt, but it does show us where we should be looking. The real Zero. The person who brought us here is likely the person who murdered that woman. Doesn't that seem like the most reasonable answer?
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. If Zero was the murderer, then they could open anything they wanted to. I mean, didn't Zero say something about that?
I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this whole warren are under my control.
Exactly.
Yeah, Dio was pretty freaking bad at hiding.
Also, consider this. If the murderer isn't Zero, why would the AI Zero stay silent? He told us that his job was to make sure the game ran smoothly. But now the unexpected has happened, and he says nothing. Why would he do that? If he can see everything we do...
Like I said, I don't think that's a hat. I think it's just a brain parasite.
Then he must know who killed the old woman.
You know, I say that, and I'm trying to think, what was the name of that little web game that was very, very much based on just a bunch of storytelling, and you had to grind up events, and I think it was called Fallen London. The emblem of that was a top hat with teeth and a pair of eyes. That's what I'm being reminded of when I say that his hat was a brain parasite.
So why has he kept his silence? The answer is simple. The murderer is Zero, or rather Zero Senior, I suppose you could say. He likely ordered Zero Jr., the AI, to keep his identity hidden. If Zero Jr. told us about the murder, then Zero Senior's identity would be compromised. There is something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected. Zero Senior murdered her, just as planned. Death is only another part of the game.
Killing someone is just part of a game to him?
Well, there's no way to know for sure, but I would assume so.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Oh, what was that?
I don't know.
Well, one thing's for sure.
And that is?
If we don't go vote, something bad's going to happen.
You see? Just as I said. Zero Jr. ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Senior's plan.
Let's get back to the warehouse. If we all head to the AB rooms, maybe we'll see Zero Jr. After all, he told us he'd give us specifics once we gone in.